MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies will try to wrap up the 3-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Kyle Hendricks gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He will lead this one off today. Lifted in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
That is third.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Dan, Dero, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going right. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. But your eyes on that double digits. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity today.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Rick Porcello is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Stepping in, Chris Bryant, a real threat with the bat, currently the National League home run leader.
Yeah, and last time out, multi-homer game. He's as dangerous as they come right now.
Yeah, this is a guy you really need to pitch with caution, and usually when he hits them, he starts to hit them in bunches. Be really careful throwing this guy anything in the middle part of the plate.
These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, Dero. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Matty, this offense really needs some improvement from Kyle Schwarber. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run, and as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
And he takes ball 1. The 1-0.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Reined in. Throw on to first, and Porcello's looking good here, 2 away. Settling in now, Javier Baez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Marisnick is under it, and that's the third out. Cubs are down in order. We are still scoreless. First pitch of the at-bat. Turned on down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got... Oh, look at the sliding stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Michael Conforto is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Conforto is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
Hard hit ball to second, and that's through for a hit.
It's the best competition in all of sport, the pitcher against the batter right there. He fouled off multiple pitches, refused to go down. Not only did he get a knock, but he ran some pitch total up too.
Next up for New York, Wilson Ramos. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And it certainly helps when you're throwing your ace on the mound in the series. This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And a relay to the plate. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Here's Jake Marisnick as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Behind 0-2 now. Slow roller down the third baseline. Ramos on second. Cespedes at first. One gone. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So here's the Mets pitcher, Rick Porcello. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Changeup, little bit inside, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Now this is on the ground for Baez at short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Mets 1 and the Cubs nothing. Striding into the box, Kyle Schwarber, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
And that misses 2-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Ramos gathers it, and the throw is there to record the first out. Standing in, Yolmer Sanchez in his career against Porcello, batting a robust .350. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. One and one. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Now at the plate, Jason Hayward will try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone, because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
Porcello has his target. Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. After it is Cespedes. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And now he'll get into scoring position with two away. So some life with two away as he's into second with the opposite field double. And as we take a look there at the team leaderboard, you can see he ranks third best on this Chicago ball club. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. No balls and a strike to count. Two out here and a runner at second. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And this one's in the dirt. But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here's the 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there, and that retires the side. Danger averted following the two-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. With one of the best team ERAs in the league, it's pretty clear they command a lot of attention and praise. Before the game, one pitcher told me that he thinks their success comes in large part due to their strikeout abilities, a category where they also rank near the top of the league. He said even when we do get ourselves into trouble, most of us can dial up a strikeout and help get ourselves out of it. And that makes a huge difference over the course of a season. Power arms and nasty stuff. Apparently that is the key to pitching, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air into shallow left center. Long run for the center fielder, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And there's one away now. So with one away, time for a check at the standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today. So one man gone for the Mets in the third, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. First offering on its way. And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball one. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Swings through it for strike number 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. The next 3-2. And look out, that's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Finally, up to this point, the entire lineup had been swinging at anything close, and this guy decides to show a little more patience at the dish and is rewarded with a base on balls. That was a good at-bat.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set, here it comes. Runners off for second, lifted down the line in left. Schwarber is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. And that misses low and away, ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. That misses, 2-0. Two balls and a strike.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Now the 2-1. Popped him up. Rizzo has room in foul territory. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Mets out in front, 1-0. So striding in, Wilson Contreras. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And he runs that one high and tight for ball 1.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that 2-seamer has a mind of its own.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
Great pitch right there. That is a huge breaking ball. Not shocked he took it. Got to calibrate that one for a second.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. Back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
Into the box, Kyle Hendricks tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. Nobody out, runner on first. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And set to go is the third baseman, Chris Bryant. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This year against right-handed pitching, Bryant has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. None out, runners at first and second. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Now the payoff pitch home. But any thoughts of a throw will be academic here. It's ball 4, and the bases are suddenly loaded now with still nobody out.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So stepping in, Anthony Rizzo, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. One there. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
A base is loaded. Last thing we want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. One run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Here's Javier Baez, runner in scoring position with Sugan. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Two outs here with a runner at third. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Alonso in foul ground, and that retires the side. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. 3 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. Ready for another chance? Michael Conforto. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Happ is there, and he has it for the first out. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. A base hit in his first trip. Out in front of it, strike one. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2.
That's ball 2. And that's count 2-2.
Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 52, Joanna Cespedes.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
He loses him on ball 4.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2. High in the air out to center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tie. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And digging in is the outfielder, Kyle Schwarber.
The left fielder, Kyle.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Schwarber.
Aye. 0-1's the count.
Ball 1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. The 1-2.
2-2 the count.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So one away here in the Chicago 4th. And moving into the batter's box next will be Yomer Sanchez. Trying to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Davis is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Now at the plate, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward.
Porcello gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Hayward, 30 years of age. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted.
Oh, and he misses it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian.
At the plate now, Ian Happ, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. Hayward isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. The relay throw, the tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Cubs lead it 2-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Rick Porcello.
In now, Rick Porcello. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. And that's in there, base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
So now to the plate, Ahmed Rosario, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward coming on. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, J.D. Davis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sinker gets the outside for a strike. Lays off the sinker here. A ball and a strike. 5th inning. 2-1 our score. This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1-0.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Mets 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. There's Porcello back at it now as he gets ahead of the leadoff man. No balls and a strike.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
A strike to Contreras, and it's 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Into the box now, Kyle Hendricks. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. To second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
0-1, here it comes.
One ball, 2 strikes, count.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate as he runs up to bunt but can't make contact. That's strike 1. So far on the year, Rizzo is hitting over .330. Nothing to scoff at, clearly.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
The 0-2 pitch. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. So here's Pete Alonso. He'll be the first to the plate for the Mets in their half of the sixth. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Now the pitch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. Contreras waits on it. He's got it one away. So coming to the plate, Michael Conforto. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. And it's quickly 0-2. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a look at ball one. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball one.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and it's given the Mets a 3-2 lead.
Well, he had success earlier in the day, driving in their only run. And that success continues when he takes this pitch to his liking and makes sure some lucky kid gets a souvenir. He's been huge for them in this one.
Standing in now, Jake Marisnick. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Happ is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and New York's taken a 3-2 lead. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
Thank you, Heidi. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
And now pitch on the way. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. He pulls this one into right. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
And that brings up Javi Baez. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Lifted down the line in left. In there, a base hit. The throw to third. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him. And he is out on the tag.
Now batting, the left fielder.
To the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Porcello's ready. Here it is on 1-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. 3-1 to the Cubs left fielder. Yolmer Sanchez would be next. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A full count now.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I agree with it either. Most pitchers, like when they're in a groove, they just want to get back on the bump and compete. Sometimes visits like these are just like a formality.
Stepping up now, Yolmer Sanchez. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
The right fielder.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And that's going to be all now for Rick Porcello. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Justin Wilson comes into work out of the bullpen now. And Dan, are you surprised that the starter's day is done?
I am a little, Matt, but this is one of those moves that people will debate forever. I think he could have pitched a little bit longer, but I understand the idea of bringing a lefty in to face this upcoming left-hander as well. So we'll see how this works out.
Steven Souza will see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 3-2s are scored here in inning number 6. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs strand a couple. They're down 3-2. Steven Souza will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 21.
Robinson Cano is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. And he gets ahead 0-1. He'll enter play right at .310 on the year. 3 homers and 14 driven in. 0-2 now as Cano comes up empty on that one. Shoots this one over to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Ahmed Rosario. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-1.
2-1.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-2 now. Count remains full. And another foul ball. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Sanchez is there. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Jeurys Familia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 27, Jeurys Familia.
Last half of the 7th here, and set to go is the switch-hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Familia has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high, nasty diving out of the zone.
Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. Here's another 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just to give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Fouled straight back. A runner at first with no outs here. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Davis brings it in. McNeil's got it for 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Victor Caratini will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Victor Caratini.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Rosario's got it cleanly. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Cubs are down quietly. Still a 3-2 ball game. Dan Winkler will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Victor Caratini will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Ready with the 0-2. Line towards center field. Happ is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now at the plate, Pete Alonso. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Fouled away. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. The Cubs are looking for the sweep in this game, as we mentioned earlier, but trailing by 1, they're going to need to come from behind to do it.
This one's still well in striking distance. Only trailing by 1 going late on to the game. They just need a bloop and a blast or some kind of extra base hit. This one's far from over.
Got him to go down swinging there. Pete Alonso goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Michael Conforto is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. The pitch. Line drive to left. That gets down, and the inning will continue.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Wilson Ramos.
At the plate, Wilson Ramos, as he'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. Sanchez barehanded. How about that? Mets leave 1, but they still lead it 3-2. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1 ball, no strikes to count. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Rosario's got it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and grounded toward Rosario at short. Throw gets him 2 down. Stepping into the box, Javier Baez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And a swing as the bat goes flying toward the third base dugout, but it looks like everybody was able to duck for cover. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail 3-2. All set to start the 9th in this one. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. And for the opposition, wrapping this up and salvaging a win would at least make their trip out of here a little more pleasant.
This could be just what the doctor ordered. Nobody likes to get swept on the road, so winning this one could be big for building back team morale.
The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Now to the plate, Jake Marisnick. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A ball and no strikes. That is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Counts even at 2-2 to Marisnick. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Eduardo Nunez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're up 3-2. Seth Lugo is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Lugo.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
And this is taken for ball 4. So just like that, the tying runs aboard to start the home half.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Into the box, Yomer Sanchez. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the belt, the pitch, and he fouls this one off. Nobody out, runner on first. Strike taken. Good pitch on the lower part of the zone. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Fouled off. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. The win would belong to Rick Porcello, barring any late excitement here. One out, one on in a 1-run game. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2.
That's 2-2.
Fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
running. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. On the move again from first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And he'll be called out at second, and a tough way to end it here as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The New York Mets rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Rick Porcello notches his 3rd win of the year. Kyle Hendricks takes the loss despite working 7 strong innings. Seth Lugo closes the door for the save, his 21st of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets,